Freedom March with Rodney Munker. Up next on ILTV.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of ILS or the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a product of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented, in part or entirety, without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved.
Marijuana is a dangerous drug.
The Queen is dead. God save the King.
There can never be rape in marriage. BMW sound like bad man wagon. Not only am I saved, I'm saved and sanctified. The revolution is alive, and we must continue to document it.
Freedom!
It's going to be a sad Christmas for a family. Less than half an hour ago, a 21-year-old Negro male committed suicide on the island of New Providence. It has left his family and his friends devastated. Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive. Welcome once again to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. Today is Friday the 20th of December 2024. It is exactly 5 more days before the Christian world celebrates Christmas. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you. Good to be here.
At Lyndon Pinling International Airport, Bahamas custom officers, I'm advised, many of them did not show up to work. It is alleged that they were not feeling well, but thank God, officials of the Royal Bahamas Police Force has stepped forward to assist in the custom duties. So that is powerful. In addition to that, we are told that Bahamas Air has taken to the air and it's now flying. And of course, I had a surprise. I've also just learned that a court, meaning a judge of the Supreme Court, issued an injunction against the staff of Bahamas Air to compel them to return to work. But there are many personnel at Bahamas Air who is threatening to disobey the court. Well, I'll help them to know that if they're going to disobey the court, they better not do it at the airport, because all we got down there is policemen doing custom duties. It's so amusing. Anyway, it's Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. It's a wonderful day. 5 more days. We will celebrate Christmas, and the rest of you can go to Junkanoo. It's powerful. Hold on, everybody. God save the King.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, I began the show by drawing to your attention that less than half an hour ago, a 21-year-old young man said to be a citizen of the Bahamas, he is alleged to have committed suicide. It's a very tragic story. And of course, he has left his family devastated, his friends devastated. So we have to pray for the family of this unknown citizen. I think we'll go straight to my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be here, Sandra. Good to be here. Book of Matthew. We're going to read from the book of Matthew today in the New Testament, chapter 2. 1 through 6. There's a passage I read earlier this week, if you were following me, where Micah had made a prophecy about Jesus Christ and him being a ruler over the Jews. And here it is in Matthew chapter 2, 1 through 6, that prophecy finds its fulfillment in Jesus Christ, who of course was the final prophet, not Muhammad. Muhammad was not the final prophet of God. Jesus Christ was. All these Old Testament prophecies find their fulfillment in Jesus Christ and not Muhammad. So Islam and the Muslims got it wrong. All right? They have it wrong. It is Jesus, the final prophet. Matthew chapter 1 through 6 says this. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem, not Muhammad, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judah, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him. Note that. They went to worship Jesus. When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had called together all the people, the chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Messiah was to be born. In Bethlehem, in Judea, they replied. Here's the prophecy. For this is what the prophets has written. This is what they've written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. That's Jesus, not Muhammad. The Muslims made a mistake. They got it wrong. It's Jesus, the final prophet. Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 6, I read from the NIV. The word of God is forever and ever blessed. Thank you so much, producer. Back to you, Senator.
My spiritual advisor, were you reading from the Torah?
I read from the New Testament, and that New Testament author quoted from the Torah.
And in
From
the
Old Testament.
Torah and in Matthew, are there any references to Muhammad?
No.
Is there any references to Allah?
No.
Is there any references to Islam?
No.
Why then are you introducing it?
No. They use that passage to justify Muhammad.
Who used that passage?
The Muslims do.
I've never read any Muslim literature that has suggested that.
You don't study them, that's why.
I do not want you to create schism.
Senator,
Against-
listen. I am here to defend.
May I make my comments?
Senator, you
May
are not
I make my
a religious
comments?
man, and you're not a theologian.
That's
Allow
true.
me to
You-
defend
you-
Christianity, not you.
Yes, but why are you picking a row
I'm not picking no row.
with
I only made a statement.
jihadists?
It's amazing, eh?
Are you not
Please.
aware that you can put Christians in peril? I call upon you, in reading Holy Scripture, just stick with the written words of the Bible and do not inject other religious teaching which is not confined to the scripture.
Man, you are just terrible, man.
Am I?
You're terrible. You have no idea what's going on. You don't have a clue. You don't have
Do
a
you
clue.
know that in Syria, the Christians are under
We don't live on that side
attack?
of the world. We don't live on that side of the world.
No. Christian everywhere must be defended.
We don't live on that
And
side of the
therefore,
world.
we must not incite
We don't have extremists.
jihadists.
We don't have extremists on this
Do you
part of
understand
the
what I said?
world. What is jihad?
Okay?
What is jihad?
Okay. Don't let me tell that to you no more, eh? Okay. To the Muslims,
The Muslim got it wrong. Jesus was the
I'm
final
not trying
prophet.
to get into any debate
Jesus was the final prophet.
with
There's
your
nothing
belief.
in the Bible that suggests that
If you
Muhammad was the
believe-
prophet.
In Allah, it's fine with me. Okay? Anyway,
Yeah, let's move.
I
You
mean-
leave the religious stuff to me, eh?
no, I do not want you to incite
don't have a clue.
jihadists.
Yeah, cool.
All right? Because Christians everywhere are under attack. Amen? Amen. It's powerful. Well, folks, I am advised that last year we had over 50 suicides. And you will recall that this year there has been quite a number of alleged suicide. Because usually I'm very suspicious when I hear of a suicide. Very, very suspicious. The people of Grand Bahama would recall that they had an alleged suicide. And I came right here and I said, I do not believe it, because historically, culturally, black Bahamians do not commit suicide. I'm not suggesting that none may have, but they don't. So anytime I hear about a suicide, I'm very, very suspicious until I can find real evidence to support that position. But I'm advised that we had over 50 suicide last year. And of course, this year we have had quite a number of them. But let me put it this way, quite a number of alleged suicide. Because every Bahamian knows that if you kill yourself, there's no forgiveness and you go straight to hell.
So.
Therefore, I have rejected it.
So.
Now, my spiritual advisor, he, being from the 1st century, he has a different teaching. In the 1st century, apparently...
Now, where in the Bible say, if you commit suicide, you're going to go straight there? Where
That's
can I
what
find
I'm
that?
talking about now.
Where can I find that?
So we're going to... I never said the Bible.
Oh.
I'm talking about your teaching in the 1st century.
No, but very...
In the 1st century, apparently you can commit suicide.
The 1st century church.
And you can get forgiveness. At what stage do you get forgiveness? Just before you commit to suicide or after you've done it?
Figure it out.
Huh?
You figure it out.
You better stop teaching these false
teaching that, yeah. So where in the
teaching.
Bible does it say
I
if you commit
never told you anything
Also, it ain't in the
about
Bible, right?
I didn't tell you anything about the Bible.
So where'd you get this from?
All right.
Where'd you get that from?
And so the point that I want to make is, I'm always suspicious when I hear about suicide in the Bahamas, notwithstanding the teaching of the 1st century.
Where does it
Christians.
say if I commit suicide, I go into hell? Where can I find that in the scripture?
I didn't tell you the scripture
Right,
said
so it's
that.
not there, right?
I
So
never
where
made
did- where-
reference
where-
to it.
where that came from?
I am telling you, if you commit suicide, you're going to hell.
And who are you?
How you mean, who am I? Don't you know who I am?
You created hell. Are you God?
So hell belongs to you.
It don't belong to me either. So me and you don't have no power
The spiritual advisor,
to say who going from
it
who
is
ain't
against
going.
the law to aid and abet in any manner the committing of suicide. Suicide is unlawful. Anybody who commits suicide, and if the commissioner of police were able to arrest you after you commit that act, you can be charged. And anyone who commits or attempt to commit suicide and has not been successful, they can be charged for attempted suicide. And anyone who aid and abetted can also be charged. And one can aid and abet it by advancing this schism that my spiritual advisor is advancing. I don't care what you did in the first century. I have no evidence that the first century people, when they committed suicide, God forgive them. All right? So suicide is very sad. It's terrible for the survivors. It's terrible for family. It puts us on guilt trip. And so we have a duty to watch family and friends, to take their threats seriously, and to try to get professional help. It's easy to say that, but the reality of the matter is, notwithstanding that there has been an amendment to the Mental Health Act, I find that the society is not genuine, is not sincere, is not loving as it relates to people who have mental health challenges. So I thought I'd say that, and I'll now allow my spiritual advisor to make his comments. If it pleases you.
No. We can move on. It's disheartening anyhow, but it is what it is. At 21, he's committing suicide.
Yes.
No, it's unfortunate.
It's sad.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
Very tragic.
There has to be...
And in the midst of the Christmas.
Yeah. So when you look at... There are some who, right now, listening to the show, and they may be 21, and you say to yourself at the age of 21 that there's just so much life ahead of you. When I was 21, I worked for an American bank at the time. I think I may have gotten a promotion at the time. I may have been the young man who may have been the supervisor in the General Services Department. I dated my very first girlfriend, and a few years later, I'll be married. So at 21, there's so much things that you could hope for. You know, I know life could become a bit challenging at times, but suicide is not the way. There has to be another way. There's another option. There's another outlet. But it's just so unfortunate that our young people don't have the proper mentorship, that they could be encouraged when they hit the crossroads, when they hit those crossroads, and they have to make a decision. If you don't have the correct teaching, or if you don't know the correct outlet, well, I guess you resort to suicide. But at 21, no.
Well, we also have to look at
crazy.
What are some of the societal contribution to people committing suicide. One, we have ignored the fact that many young people, and we're not talking specifically about this young man because we do not know his identity, but there are many young people who have been the victim of drug abuse. Many young people who have been consistently smoking dope. Many young people who have consistently been using cocaine, freebasing, snorting. And so those abuses can have mental health challenges. And then, of course, we could be living in a family structure where it becomes difficult for the family even to assist the individual. Very, very difficult.
And then too, we live in a very, not to cut you off, we live in a very unforgiving society, and I'm glad that you brought this up, because we have a case in point now of a young man who's released from prison a month or so ago, and he's at a crossroads where he can't find a job. He can't find a job because he is released from prison, and people don't want to hire him because of the time he spent in prison. So he's at a crossroad now.
Is it the time he spent or the crime for which he was convicted?
They go together.
Not necessarily so.
You know, the mere fact that you've been to jail and you have that placed on your record and file, when you go to apply for a job, it's a problem for some strange reason. We live in a very unforgiving society. And so now this young man, he's at a crossroads now. but he don't know what to do. He wants to work. He's at a situation now where he don't even have clothes to put on. You know, he's trying to find food to eat. I guess I'll have to direct him to go to the place there on Wolf Road, the PGF man. What's his name?
The Department of Social Services.
What's the place name? Great Commission, so he could get some food.
Okay.
But, you know, imagine that he spent a number of years in prison for a particular crime. He's been released, he's served his time, he's served his debt to society. But he's released now, and he's at a point where he can't even find a job because of his record. So now what is this man going to do? You know, I mean, as far as he's concerned, he figure he may just end up going back there because
well, that
he can't
his
seem
situation
to find,
is very unfortunate.
You know, resolve this issue.
I can show you a case of a man who killed 7 people, and they've gotten him one of the best jobs.
What is this? He's an undertaker.
Okay? So, you have to be careful because there are many young people who are part of the prison program who have committed some of the most heinous crime.
But I'm thinking that the reason why they changed the name from Her Majesty's Prison, it is now the Bahamas Department of Correction or something like that, BDOC, BDOC, Bahamas Department of Correction, right? You're supposed to be correcting these people, right? They trespass, they break a law, and so they go to prison, and then you correct them so that when they come back in society, they can now be that corrected person and move on with their life. But they release from the prison, come to society, and society hasn't forgiven them. Now where do they go? What do they do? I mean, he doesn't have money to go someplace else and start a new life.
You've given me a wonderful case. I just give you a case of a man who killed 7 people.
And who hired him?
He got one of the best jobs.
Okay.
I can give you another case of a man who just murdered a person. He has a wonderful job.
But and then too, I know they have a work scheme at the prisons. I'm just wondering who qualifies for the work scheme. Can anybody go on this work scheme? Or they select people to go on the work scheme?
Just ask the minister. Wayne Monroe is the minister responsible for prison.
Yeah.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. We have to encourage our young people to reject drugs. Say no to dope. That's having a serious effect on the society. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Munker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and he's going to pay bills now. Will you?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick one. Multi-Discount is a store located on Monroe Avenue, offering a wide range of home goods and appliances at affordable prices. They cater to various styles, from simple to sophisticated, making them a great option for new and old parents or anyone who's looking to just freshen up their home. Money Max. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime or anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your max life.
This is powerful. Well, folks, I don't know how to tell it to you. I don't want to be accused of not being able to keep a secret. But I think everybody knows that I'm in show business. Well, today I had a call from a wonderful Conky Joe man. He is a former member of Parliament, and he once served as an MP for the Free National Movement. I think the people of the former Montague constituency, they would know Richard Dick Lightburn. Richard Dick Lightburn, you would recall that he was one of the good FNMs who served during the reign of Dr. Hubert Minnis. And you would recall that Richard Lightburn and Decent Loretta Butler Turner and a number of FNM members of Parliament, they had to revolt against Dr. Hubert Minnis. That would have been a period when Dr. Hubert Minnis was serving as leader of the opposition. That would be just before the 2017 general election, and they overthrew Dr. Minnis. And of course, I did play a nice role by encouraging them to get rid of Minnis, because I warned them that Minnis was going to be terrible for the country. And they did get rid of Minnis, but Minnis was able to hold on as leader of the party, but not leader of the opposition. Decent Loretta Butler Turner became leader of the opposition, and of course Minnis moved to prevent the 7 of them from getting an FNM nomination. So Richard, I hadn't heard from him. I was excited to hear from Richard, because Richard and I, we have like the same political background. Richard Lightman is an old UBP, and I come from a UBP family. So it was good to hear from him, and it was good to hear 1 or 2 of his legal observation as it relates to Sarkis is Marillion and the Chinese. I'm going to hold his observation for the day. I need to be clear.
I have it. Rodney is given bad advice. The fact that the Chinese government may own China Construction does not make the Chinese government responsible for the company's debt. If Chinese construction doesn't have the money, it goes bankrupt. So he said to let you know that you're giving bad advice, okay? Richard Lightburn. Signed, Richard Lightburn.
Now, Richard Lightburn, his specialty,
He's a lawyer.
his specialty has not been corporate law. His specialty has not been company law. His specialty is landlord. Land, L-A-N-D, law, L-A-W. He did draw that to my attention, but I think at the end of the discussion, I think he agreed with me. When I pointed out to him, listen, China Construction is owned by the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Communist China. Let's get that clear. See, China isn't this part of the world. China owns everything. China owns Bahama.
Look at the camera.
I'm not looking at the
No,
camera.
you're looking straight.
Where do you want me to look? This way?
That's that.
Thank you, my spiritual advisor. And so I had to educate
Richard?
and I also had to ask him, do you like Sarkis is Marillion? And do you like the Onuncio de Aguilar? And I called upon him to let us support Sarkis, because certainly China is going to have to pay. And the argument that he is using would be applicable under special circumstances, but not this one. And therefore, the Chinese is going to have to pay. I won't go any further than that, because I'm not sure if all the things he said to me, I should be saying. So I'm going to leave that piece, and if it's God's will, on Monday, I may have to deal with another piece. But I want Richard to know. I want Richard Dick Lightman to know publicly that I am with Sarkis and I am with Dionuncio de Aguilar on this one. And the Chinese will pay, or the Americans will make them pay. Okay? I don't want Richard Lightman to influence me in that regard. Now, as for the politics, see, we discuss Chinese law, American law, and then we discuss politics. Richard is very concerned that I, as an FNM, is criticizing the party too much. And he would like for me to criticize the PLP. So I told him, let me know what all he wants me to say about the PLP. He thinks that as an FNM, I am wrong to criticize the FNM. I'm wrong to criticize Michael Pintard. I don't know where the hell Richard Lightman was when I used to take Michael Pintard home in my little car. Richard Lightman did not know Michael. I don't know where Richard Lightman was when I waited for Fred Mitchell to go off in the countryside of London. And I took over Fred Mitchell 10 acres of land or Fire Trail Road for Michael to be trained and indoctrinated. But yet, Richard say, I am criticizing Michael Pintard too much. It's just amazing. I waited for Fred to leave. And when I received intelligence that Fred Mitchell was in the countryside of London studying law, I seized his land. But Richard Lightman doesn't know that. Many people were not aware of that because I did it quietly. I told them this was Fred Mitchell land. We're going to go there quietly. We're going to keep our eyes on the articles that he was writing. And every time an article came from London, Fred Mitchell would start off by telling the country that he is studying law in the countryside of London. Now, 42 years later, Richard Lightburn is criticizing me. What more he wants me to do for Michael? When the PLP lock up Michael Pintard and they hire attorney Elmer Campbell Chase to get him out of the Central Police Station, and she returned to Bay Street frustrated because the police wouldn't release him to her. Philip Miller, a former permanent secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, said to me, man, go to the Central Police Station and bring Michael. And it was as if the officer in charge of the Central Police Station was waiting for me. And when I walk in, he said, Brother Monica, you come for Michael Pintard? I say, yeah. He said, okay, officers, give Monica Michael Pintard. And I took Michael Pintard to Bay Street as a trophy. And when Elmer Campbell saw Michael Pintard, she rowed over how the police could turn Michael over to me. And I ain't no lawyer. You see what Richard Lightman caused me to come up with? I didn't see Richard Lightman, and today Michael Pintard refused to acknowledge that I freed him. So he can't victimize me if he could even win an election. I want Richard Lightman to relax. I don't want him to cause me to throw lowness. I don't normally throw lowness. And I'm in a position to throw political lowness at Michael Pintard. And believe that? Because I was very upset that Richard Lightman tells me that as an F&M, I should not criticize the party. Come if the party is going contrary to the teaching of Cecil Wallace Whitfield, the principle of Sir Kendall George Lamont Isaac. Certainly, I have a duty to criticize the F&M. And then Richard Lightman accused me. He said, all I'm doing is praising the PLP. So I asked him to give me an example of the praise that I'm giving the PLP. So he gave me an example. And then after he gave me the example, I asked him, I said, now, Richard, you must agree that the PLP is doing a wonderful job. You must agree. And then he says, minute's gone. So I should stop cursing out the F&M because minute's gone. Anyway, I thought I'll say to you, you don't read no more of what Richard Lightman say, okay? Because your pa was never a UBP.
I don't know why you're getting upset.
Huh?
With Richard, man.
I'm upset with Richard because he doesn't want me to criticize Michael Pintard. And
you're upset with Michael Pindad because Michael Pindad is not remembering the past.
he remembers the past.
Yeah, Michael Pindad ain't checking for you, Rodney. Whatever you did was not significant for him. You see where he is now? You see where he is now, right? He could possibly become the next prime minister.
Prime Minister?
Yeah.
My bad foot.
He's the leader of the opposition.
Anyway,
So, what
anyway.
you did for him doesn't really matter anymore.
really?
Because he's doing more for himself.
Okay.
He's the leader of the opposition, Sandra.
Okay. Anyway, Richard Lightburn, I don't know if you're trying to get me to come to that secret meeting. Who knows? I may show up. But I thought I would say that for what it's worth. Now, getting that off my mind, let's go to the airport where I'm told that custom officers didn't show up for work today. I'm advised that they are not feeling well. Apparently, they're sick. But thank God, officials of the Royal Bahamas Police Force are playing a major role in assisting in that area of custom. So this is powerful. I call on custom officers to return to work, collect the people's money. I have some information on custom, but I've decided I won't reveal it today until such time as I have an opportunity to raise a question privately. But I want the custom department to return to work.
What's the grievance?
Huh?
What is their grievance?
I don't know what their grievances are.
It seems as if it's overtime. Some monies were not paid to them. That's what it seems that the problem is. They're complaining that they've been working overtime and not being paid by the government. Months.
Do you
They say
know?
months on.
Do you know the Big Fat
unpaid
custom
overtime.
officer who live on Eastern Road?
Do you have another way of describing it?
How we get on the Eastern Road?
Who?
How we get in that big house if he wasn't making plenty money?
Yeah, well.
Answer the
He's
question.
working, so.
How he get in $1 million house?
I don't know who you're talking about, so
The big fat one.
I don't know. But let's get back to the point.
The big
all
fat
right?
one. What you mean you don't know? How he get if he has not been making money? How he get to live in $1 million house?
Because they pay him his overtime. They paid him his overtime.
So
see?
that so you are contradicting the position, right?
They paid him his overtime.
Do you believe
These-
in law and order?
Listen, I don't know who you're talking about, all right?
You don't believe in law and order.
You see the
no.
man living in $1 million house?
You don't believe in
So
law
what you
and
trying
order.
to say?
Huh?
What you trying to say?
We pay custom officers very well.
This man he's the controller? Or he was a controller? What do you call it? Comptroller?
I said a big fat custom officer.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, but let's leave it alone.
But that's the reason why they had to sick out, right?
So I want them. I don't know why they
How
had to
does the
sick out.
government pay these people, man? And I
His
don't
personal advice.
understand
I just
what's going on.
give you an example of a custom officer who lives in $1 million house.
What did it have to do with not paying people their overtime money?
Huh? Certainly he's being paid. Huh? But if you have some information, let's share it. What is it that you
Senator,
understand?
all I'm asking you is why did these custom officers
I
decide
just
that they're
told
not
you
coming
I
to work?
don't know. I understand
What
this
is being
and they're
alleged?
sick. I understand this.
It is being alleged that they have a grievance with the payroll. They've been working for months, doing a lot of overtime and not being paid.
to you that he cannot have a problem with the payroll and living in $1 million house.
I don't know who you. Wait.
Anyway,
What you talking about?
what you mean? What are you talking about?
So this man calling sick on Eastern Road. He calling sick today?
You know.
Man, Rodney, you gotta
Listen to
stop.
me carefully. You know the
You
nice.
need to stop playing crackhead games, man.
You know the nice lawn Come on, think about it. Nice lawn. Come on. You know you love to cut nice lawn. Nice lawn. Ah, boy. I just love this country. I want the custom officers to go to work and stop disrupting. We need every dollar. Okay? We need every dollar. That is as much as I want to say for the time being on that issue. But the police is doing a wonderful job at the airport assisting with custom work. So I think we should thank the police. What do you think?
Yeah, but now are police officers trained in collecting customs duties? Because here it is, you're going to have visitors coming in. You need to know what the protocol is for them when they come to the Bahamas.
What makes you think?
Then Bahamians returning after being absent from the country.
These police are educated people.
So they know calculations, they know how to
What do you mean
find
they know
the various
calculation? These are
tariffs.
educated
They know how to...
police officers.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Anyway, the police is doing a wonderful job at the airport. So, that's great. Any other topic we're going to deal with? Are we going to the Defense Force?
Something about there was the Minister of National Security was a meeting with the Defense Force, right?
Really?
That's what I'm thinking.
Tell us about it.
I don't know. I'm just thinking. A couple of weeks back, I may have seen something about that.
Okay.
To that effect. Now I don't know if the meeting has already happened, or if it's going to happen before the end of the month or what. But you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want the Defense Force to protect the government merchandise. I want the Defense Force to know that the government of the United States of America is watching us. And they are in a position to know what we are doing, and therefore we must act lawfully. Remember what the code is. Defense Force Skibi, Skabo, Skabe, Skaba, Skabullet. Okay? Very, very important. The Defense Force must be careful. It must protect the merchandise. And many Defense Force officers has gotten away with running the ship aground, and they've not been called upon to correct that. But the Defense Force must make sure that they know where the government ammunitions are. I do not want the Americans to be able to exploit negligence. Very, very important. Okay? We must unite behind complying with the law. We must unite behind holding, what is the word? Good auditing of the government's asset. And when valuable assets go missing, it causes scandal. That is as much as I want to say about the Defense Force. Okay? So, take good care of the government guns. Make sure none is missing. Take good care of the government bullets. Make sure none is missing. You have to make sure, or you end up with bad name. You have to make sure that you count everything that is given to you properly, or you get bad name. And I want the Defense Force to know it is easy for me to take shame. Okay? So that is as much as I want to say. Remember, if you get 10 guns, return 10 guns. If you get 10 bullets, return 10 bullets. If you don't, it creates a scandal. Then we will not be able to accuse the American authorities of allowing guns and ammunition to come into the Bahamas unlawfully. For the Americans will be able to say in confidential meeting It's y'all. So, a word to the wise is sufficient. Now, I feel satisfied that the defense force has not broken the law. I'm satisfied that there's a strong suggestion. But we have to understand that if we do not follow certain established guidelines, then you can be accused of attempting to break the law. So if you know what the rules are, you have to obey the rules. If you don't, negligence suggests corruption. Mightn't be corrupt, you know, but negligence suggests it. So that's very important. Spiritual advisor, I'm not going to invite you to speak on skibo, skibe, skibo, skiba, skibe, skibi, skibo. America knows skibe, skibo, skibi, skibi, skibo. This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save law enforcement officers everywhere. Please take care of the government merchandise. God save the King. It's powerful today. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and the latest report that I'm getting from Lyndon Pinley International Airport is that notwithstanding the customs strike, things are running smoothly. Most of you who travel will know that there is a particular app where you are able to put in the various...
There's a portal there.
A portal, right? Yeah.
They are set up.
Which can almost automatically calculate what you owe.
But that doesn't mean you don't need the custom officers now.
That is true. But it is to be noted that the police is assisting. And while we the public, have gotten away with lying the custom, deceiving the custom, deceiving the custom, and they don't do anything about it. Be warned that deceit of a policeman is a criminal offense, and the policeman can arrest you at the damn airport, excuse my obscenity, and charge you. Anyway, it's birthday time. My spiritual advisor, are we ready for birthday? I get the impression that you're not interested in law and order these days.
You're really good, boy.
You think I'm good?
Yeah, man.
Really? This is powerful.
You're what is called a higher link.
A higher link?
Yeah.
That's Chinese?
You're hired. You're hired by the government, seem like. You defend them on every single thing. Whether it's bad or what, you don't care.
Give me an example where the government did something bad and I colluded with the government.
You don't care.
Give me an example.
Let's get on with these birthdays.
Give me an example.
Let's get on with these birthdays.
I hold the government to higher accountability.
You're so loud, man.
All right? Today,
I
had two FNMs who came to see me. And they had an economic problem with the government.
You just
Are you listening to me?
Are
you listening to me?
Thing. It don't
and
matter
when
what it is.
those two FNM came in, and I recognized that they were members of my party, I immediately contacted the PLP government, and they solved it. Now, it would be unfair for me to call the citizen's name. When it comes to my work, I don't look at the politics. And if you're an FNM and you write, I push you further. And listen to me, the PLP solved their problem today.
Tommy Ducker.
All right? My spiritual advisor, I want you to stop provoking me. I'm a non-violent man, and I really don't want to hit you with non-violence, okay? So you stop
singing,
it. Pardon?
You singing, boy. You singing a good tune.
Yeah, well, every man must sing, you know. Who sang better than Tommy? Anyway, it's birthday time. Are we ready for birthday?
Oh, boy. Yeah, let's do these birthdays.
Go ahead, let's do
Deborah Sands. Deborah Sands is celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday, Deborah Sands, affectionately called Mustang. Happy birthday to you, Deborah. Shania Boat celebrates today. Happy birthday. Coming from your parents. Happy birthday, Shania Boat. Princess Leia. Happy birthday to Princess Leia. It's coming from a family, especially Nana, Joe, Mom, Dad, and Uncle CJ. They love you. Jacinda Butler. Please wish happy birthday to a beautiful, kind, and loving young lady, Miss Jacinta Butler. She celebrates today her 20th birthday, December, from all who love her family and friends. Hold on. We need to go back to Deborah Sands. Is that the boss mother? Did you show a picture? There you go. Happy birthday to Deborah Sands. This is the boss mom. Happy birthday to you. Blessings to you always. May you live to enjoy many, many more birthdays. Of course, coming from all your family and friends and the entire organization, Island Luck, and all the group of companies as well. So happy birthday to Deborah Sands.
Happy birthday, Miss Deborah. It's powerful.
All the best to you. She's beautiful, isn't she? Happy birthday. So we're down to, is it Jacinta Butler? Yes, Jacinta Butler, celebrating the birthday, 20th birthday, coming from all your family and friends. They love you, and they hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Aiden is having a happy birthday, coming from your mom, your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunts, uncles, cousins. They love you. Happy birthday, Aiden. Anna Roll, Ane Roll, happy birthday. Going out to Ane Roll. It's coming from your father. May God continue to bless you, all your steps. Enjoy your day. All the best to you. Ane Roll. Daphne Davis is celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday to Daphne happy birthday to Daphne Davis, forgive me. It's coming from your mother, Barbara Davis. Your birthday's today. Okay, so very good. Happy birthday to you. We hope you live to enjoy many, many more birthdays to come. Jamal Forbes is celebrating the birthday. Happy birthday to Jamal Forbes, coming from his family and friends. Wow. I can't get this name. Shavalga Carey. Sorry? Shavagla Carey. Happy birthday to you. It's coming from your family, especially your husband and sons. Happy birthday to Shavagla Carey. Let's see, what else we got? Is that it? That looks like it. That's all the birthdays. What do you have, Sandra?
Well, let me say something here. Yeah. Perhaps you should read this for me. Read that for me, please, my spiritual advisor.
Okay, so Hillside Missionary Baptist Church, located East-West Highway, will be having their annual clothing giveaway on Saturday, the 21st of December, starting at 10. Breakfast will be served. All are welcome. So that's the Hillside Missionary Baptist Church, located on the east. Where's that? Hillside Missionary Baptist Church?
Yeah. Do you know where
the road traffic department is? The police.
What address they get?
East-West Highway.
Yeah. Do you know where the lodge, the union is?
Oh, they're on the other side.
The Mason?
Yeah, I know where this is now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's on the other side. That's right. Near the mall.
Right.
Adjacent to the mall there.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So Hillside Missionary Baptist Church, located East-West Highway, will be having their annual clothing giveaway on Saturday. That's this Saturday, the 21st of December, starting at 10 a.m. Breakfast will be served. All are welcome.
All are invited. Yeah. This is great. All right. So I think did we bring the public up to date on Bahamas Air? The new announcement is Bahamas Air has taken to the air. We have been told.
It has?
Yeah.
Oh, they're taking off now?
Yeah. We have been told that they will start into Family Island, which is very good. And we have further been advised that all of this is pursuant to a court order. So I call on the staff at Bahamas Air to obey the law. It's very, very important to obey the law. After all, you don't want to spend Christmas and Boxing Day at His Majesty's prison for failing to obey an order of the court. And of course, if you have a problem with that, then quickly appeal to the Court of Appeal and ask for an emergency hearing. I think that would be great. Don't you think so, my spiritual advisor?
Yeah, we can't. I mean, the Bahamas Air has to fly. I mean, it's just unfortunate that this has happened.
Well, they got their bonus last week, you know.
They did?
Yeah, man.
But there's some other things that they didn't get.
Well, maybe.
And as a result of that,
they're going to have to tell us what the other thing is, but I have been advised that last week, Friday, Bahamas Air staff got a big, big bonus.
So this was actually money that was owed to them, or this just the annual bonus that some workplaces give you?
I don't know if people are owed bonuses. When one receives a bonus, it is a suggestion that management perhaps is pleased with your work.
Performance, yeah.
Or
profits are good. and they decide to share it.
Or,
That's what happens.
all right. So Bahamas Air, I'm advised, give them a wonderful bonus on Friday of last week. That is what I've been advised, and no one has contradicted that. So I'm open to hearing contradiction. But we need to get Bahamas Air up and flying. It's Christmas time, and I'm certain that there are Bahamians who would like to fly with Bahamas Air, because Bahamas Air has had a wonderful reputation, and we would want to keep that intact. So this is great news, okay? Bahamas Air is in the air. What is the next topic that you are interested in, my spiritual advisor?
Well, aren't you working tomorrow night somewhere?
Yes, there is the big bang. Listen, folks, tomorrow is Saturday, the 21st of December. Island Luck is going to have a big bang. And I am going to join a young lady who's going to host the show. Sister Glinton. I don't remember Sister Glinton's first name. I'm getting old.
Sorry?
What is Sister Glinton's first name?
Marissa.
Marissa Glinton. You would know her. Her father is one of the greatest attorneys at law.
Oh, Mo.
What is her dad's name? And
Marissa who? What's the last name?
Clinton.
Oh, Bobby Clinton? No?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Okay, I wouldn't know that. Sorry.
Anyway, I'll remember Mr. Clinton's first name, but we're gonna co-host it on Saturday. It's a big bang. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be beautiful. It's going to be enjoyable, and I predict that the weather, by the grace of God, is going to be exceptionally well. So we need people to show up and enjoy the Big Bang.
Maurice Clinton?
Maurice Clinton is a dad.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we're going to have a good time. And do what I'm going to do. I'm going to take me a blanket just in case it gets cold.
Yeah, some cold weather is coming this way.
Cold weather's coming?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think I'll take 2
The
blankets.
temperature's going to dip sometime this weekend.
Really?
You might miss it. I think it's going to start Sunday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But we should have some pretty good weather this weekend.
So it's going to be wonderful. There will be games galore. There's going to be great entertainment. Now, I don't know who's going to be the lead musician, but I'm told that Shadi and the boys, they're going to put on a wonderful show. So come out and have some clean fun. This fun is clean fun. The environment is going to be safe as usual. We're going to be swarmed with law enforcement and with security.
So security is going to be provided by the Royal Bahamas Police Force, I assume, like every year. So the big bang is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it seems as if the boss is going to be giving out $2 million in cash and prizes. Now that's extremely generous. So welcome. Is Moneyland tomorrow? All right, so welcome to Moneyland, folks. The Big Bang is going to be held at is that the regular spot at the Queen Elizabeth Sports Center? What do we call that spot again now?
It's Carnival Site.
The Carnival site. Tomorrow. What's the start time there, producer? 7 p.m. So all roads are going to lead, no doubt, to the Carnival site. The Island Luck is having what is called a big bang. So this year we don't know how the boss is going to appear on the scene. If it's going to be a bird, if it's going to be a plane, or it's going to be Super Sabas.
And as we prepare for this celebration, I want the public to know it is open to everybody. Everybody. So It's called Moneyland, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, the money line, eh? The money reach.
I expect my people to show up. Okay? I expect.
Boy, I don't know if you want to take that chance. Pascal, I'm immigration officer.
No. All right? So, Moneyland is te l'argent. Empile te l'argent. Samedi.
Make sure they travel with the documents. now,
So
Sandra.
we're gonna have a wonderful time. There's gonna be all kind of food galore, all kind of drink galore. There'll be dancing and so forth. And
You can also watch it live on cable channel 224
you could watch it live on cable channel 224,
or,
yes,
or Flow channel 112.
or Flow TV 112.
Join virtually via islandlock.com. For more information, islandlock.com.
This is
Yeah.
powerful.
Social followers. Okay, so it's the Big Bang. Welcome to Moneyland.
Yeah. Bienvenue,
Big Bang.
te l'argent. Bienvenue, te l'argent.
Sandra, we got to try to win some of this money, man. The boss giving out $2 million in cash and prizes, man. We got to try to get some of this money.
I don't think the staff should be making any of this money. This money is for the public.
We need to get some of this money.
La terre, l'argent. Now, I'm always concerned when the staff start making the money.
Why not?
It sounds like in-house trading. We can keep this
We can
clean.
participate.
No, we can keep this clean. This is for the public.
The boss giving out any cars this year? 12 cars? Boy, I want to turn one of those keys, man.
My spiritual advisor.
The boss giving out 12 cars this
You're
year.
not going to introduce that.
Listen,
this
I can
year.
use one of them little bubblers.
No. No. This is for the
Big
public.
Bang. The big.
Not for the staff.
We're part of the public, Sandra.
No. We work in the organization. As I move up and down, I see a secret. You
Yeah.
know. Next thing you know, I'm breaking the code or cracking the code, and we can't have that. This has to be clean and pristine. Pristine is a word.
Yep. Pristine, yeah.
Yeah.
Clean, green, and
So
pristine.
it's the big bang tomorrow. It's going to be live on TV, okay? And come down to the sports center, come to the carnival site. Let's have some fun. There's going to be food galore. There's going to be drinks galore. We can have even plenty water to drink. And my suggestion is, most of you, I want you to drink water, okay? So there's going to be a lot of water and a lot of fun, okay? It's going to be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to
Welcome
be
to
great.
Moneyland tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Bienvenue, la terre, l'argent. Bienvenue, la terre, l'argent. Samedi. Okay? This is powerful. You know, we can't have this if me and the Haitian people ain't there, right?
Well, everyone is welcome, Sandra.
Huh?
And the Haitians are really serious gamblers, so
Don't use the
They're-
word
they're-
gamble. It's
it's taking the chance.
it's playing game. It's gaming.
It's taking the chance.
We call it gaming.
Yeah.
Say gaming.
It's gaming, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's gaming. Yeah.
But it's taking the chance.
So this is great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And don't forget, for those who are Christians, tomorrow morning, Hillside Baptist Church, they're going to have a cookout, or should I say they're going to have a,
You said a free clothing giveaway, right?
yeah, clothing giveaway and breakfast galore. So it's a lot of activities for tomorrow. Yeah, that's great. And then, of course, yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What time is it now?
We're looking at about now, Sandra. Here's what.
Tell me the time.
It's 5:21.
Okay.
And here's what we could discuss for the next few minutes before we get to the 5:30 break. Now, the video that went viral with the young lady being accosted and severely beaten by a young man. All right. There's a lot of questions being asked now about that incident, and one of the things that's being raised is this. When somebody is in distress, and particularly that sort of a situation, why is it that it took so long for somebody from the public to intervene, to assist that woman. As a result of the delay, she suffered a lot of injury. So here it is, while that was going on, we had people using their phones, recording. We had people in jitney and cars basically stop watching that happen. The question is there anything in the law that would protect somebody who decides to intervene and possibly injure the attacker to help this lady in this situation? Because I understand how the family may feel now that, you know, we had people on the sidelines for at least 3 minutes watching this woman being beaten. And then we had to have a good Samaritan come in, finally, to break up and disrupt it. You know, the question is, because a lot of folks may felt that they didn't know what was this man's position as far as a weapon is concerned. They don't know what his reaction would have been if he was approached. But obviously, it does seem as if, from his reaction to the person who came to help out, once a man stood up, it was almost like he basically ran away. And he didn't know what was going to happen until it did happen. But that's the questions being asked, you know, by the family members. Why is it that it took so long for somebody to help this woman? What do you suggest, Sandra?
Well, 40 years ago, in Baintown, a fellow arrived at his friend's house and met his friend beating his mother. The friend was beating his own mother. So he turned to his friend and said, "Man, don't beat your mother." He said, "Don't beat my mother." And he began to punch that woman and kick her.
Oh, God.
So the friend got a baseball bat and defended his friend's mother by licking him in his head. And he dropped down dead. Then the police arrived. Praise the Lord. The mother told the police, "My worthless son was beating me. And had it not been for this young man who licked him in his head with the baseball bat, I would have been dead." So the police did not prosecute him.
Really?
That's a true story.
Wow.
And the Lord do allow a member of the public to defend a person. But of course, you'll have to provide the police with an explanation. And the police must be satisfied that what you did was true self-defense of that person. All right? So the law makes provision for that. Some people are prepared to comply with the law. Others would be intimidated. And then we live in an age now where, shucks, don't forget what happened a couple of weeks ago. The fellow shoot two sisters. So people are intimidated. People might not feel comfortable intervening. You may not like that. But if I go to a scene and I assess it, and I said, boy, this fellow looked dangerous, and I know I can't beat him, I may then decide I'm not going to get involved, and now you ridicule me. But do you have all the circumstances? It's a very sad situation. All right? This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. God save men and women everywhere. We must put an end to violence. It will get us nowhere. It's powerful. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back after the break. All right.
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and I'm told that Tanya is on the line. Hello, Tanya.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monker. Good afternoon, Bahamas. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so
We're
much.
fine, Tanya. What new do you have today?
Well, what's happening here at Shop Smart, you know, our sales continue.
Yes.
We still have the 5 pieces of clothes for $25.
Okay.
But, you know, plenty of people been driving around town, and they can't find themselves a Christmas tree. I want to let them know that we've got the Christmas trees here, and we've got them 30% off.
Wow, that's powerful. And the Christmas tree looks so beautiful. What else do you have, Tanya?
Oh, yes. All of the parents are getting ready to purchase toys for their loved ones. They are here in the store. They can get 20%. All of the toys that we sell, whether it's the motorbike, whether it's a bicycle, if it's the ride-on cars, the big dollhouse, the big dolls, or any of the Spider-Man, Batman, or Superman, whatever toy they're looking for, they can come into Shop Smart. We've got them covered, and we've got it 20% off.
Tanya, do you have any doll baby?
Yes, we have doll babies. Listen, we have the doll baby. If you hold her hand, Mr. Monker, she will walk with you.
Really?
Yeah.
How old is she? Tanya, this is great. Listen.
Yes, Mr. Monker.
Yeah.
We have the doll babies that cry. We have the doll babies that eat. We have them in the carrier. We have them sitting in the high chairs. We have them in the stroller push. Or we just have the ones that like to dress up. Whichever doll you're looking for, we have got them right here at Shop Smart, and we have got them 20% off.
Oh, Tanya, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. And you don't have any pair of skate, do you?
No skates at this time.
Okay.
But, you know, the bicycle will help them to get some good exercise in. They
Of
can
course.
come on in. We have it from the tricycle for the little one all the way up to the adult bike. So we've got them in various colors and styles. Plus the best price in town. All they need to do is come on into Shop Smart. We're here for them every day of the week.
So what time are you opening tomorrow morning, Tanya?
Oh, yes, Bahamas. Listen, Shop Smart, your Miracle on Mackey. We're open from 8 a.m. in the morning until 8 p.m., and that's Monday to Saturday. And on Sunday, you can also come into Shop Smart. We're open from 10 a.m. in the morning until 6 p.m. in the evening.
Oh, this is powerful, Tanya. It looks like you could have a big party there.
Oh, yes. Listen, we've got everything you need for the holiday season and for everyday living. So whether you're looking for clothes, if you're looking for toys, if you're looking for your blinds, remember, we still have 20% off of our blinds, and all of these sales end this coming Sunday, December 22nd. So you need to be a smart shopper. Come on down to Shop Smart.
Tanya, listen, I am so excited when I hear those wonderful sale prices. If I show up, I need a big doll baby, okay?
That's no problem. We have all sorts of doll babies in different shades and sizes right here for you, Mr. Monker.
This is powerful. Well, Tanya, if you have nothing else to tell us, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And I look forward to hearing from you before the holiday.
Well, I look forward to speaking with you, Mr. Monker, because, you know, one thing as the leader of the women them coming in, they bring in the children and the men.
This is
and
powerful.
they're making sure that they save when they shop. I have to send a special shout out to Missy Lane. She says she listens to you every day.
This is
And
powerful.
she's one of the women's them.
Well,
And so I tell her it's only fitting that when I speak to you again, I will make sure to let you know that Missy Lane is one of the women's them.
well, listen, I am so happy to hear that. And as I say, wish you a happy birthday. And as the women them come in, please remind them that I am their leader, and I wish them a happy and a merry Christmas, okay?
Yes, Mr. Monkey, I'll be sure to do that and remind the Bahamian people we're right here on number 122 Matthew Street. If they turn off of Woodford and come onto Matthew Street, it's two corners on the left-hand side. It's the two-story yellow building, Shop Smart department store. We've got them covered for every season of their life, and we're having a fabulous sale until December 22nd.
God bless you. Do well. Be safe, okay?
Okay, Tanya, take care.
And you enjoy your weekend, Mr. Manka, and you as well, spiritual advisor.
Yes, ma'am. You take care now. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, spiritual advisor, you may want to open up the telephone.
323-7775. Yes, the lines are open. 323-7775 is the main line. The other lines are 698-0775, 698-0776. Please don't forget when you call to turn your radio or TVs down so we don't get the feedback. Okay, please, please don't forget. Turn your radios and your televisions down before the producer engages you to the show. The numbers to call is 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, in reference to what Mr. Martin said about someone who killed a few people and he went to jail and he come out and he probably find a job. I don't know if it's the same person that I know of, but I know someone who went to jail for murder. And when he came back out, two hierarchy in this country, I'm not calling no name, they get him a job to a hotel, and he been there for years. But I bet you they wouldn't hire that man on their jobs. And both of these hierarchy have business, but they wouldn't hire them on his job, on their job, because they ain't gonna trust them. But they send him a different way. You see how all black people in this country are?
May I ask, is he cooking in the hotel or what is he doing in the hotel?
You know, he isn't there now, but what he used to do, if I say what he used to do, people will know who I'm talking about. I
Okay.
don't want that man's name to be broadcast.
Okay then.
Okay?
Okay.
But I know that, and I see, if you know where you will see him.
Right.
If you go to the airport any given day, you will see him. But I'm not gonna call that name.
See him
Okay.
where? See him where?
No. We don't want to identify
He's a
him.
porter?
No, I know him very well, and I don't want to embarrass him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, caller. Take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Good afternoon, Mr. Manka. How are you?
I am
This is
fine.
Shanika.
Shanika, Merry Christmas. What's on your mind?
Yes. I want and happy holidays to you, Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Same to you.
Yes, Mr. Manka, I would like to comment about suicide. You know, that
Yes.
is so sad.
Yes.
Nobody wants to hear that. That's like a dent in society. It
Yes.
overwhelms us.
Yes.
Especially to die that way. Nobody wants that to happen to anybody. But I would like to say, mental health is a serious thing.
It is.
And we want people to understand that if you need help, go and get it. You know, in our society, there's a stigma that goes along with people saying that they have mental problems or somebody finding out that they went to a psychologist. And much of that is from lack of exposure. It's a cultural thing and ignorance. And then also we need to be recultured in many areas of our country when it deals with our culture. Some I subscribe to, some I abhor. And my thing is, if you need the help, go and get the help, because I would prefer you to go and get the help than to see you walking the streets counting lampposts or stripping yourself or you killing yourself, because people go through different things in life and sometimes they can't find a way out. And we know the number one way out, his name is Jesus Christ. Because he said, bring all your heavy burdens to me and I will give you rest. But people have to know that that is an option for them to go to. And I just want to say to anybody under the sound of my voice that you could call on the name of Jesus, and no matter what you are going through, he is able to help you out of that dark place. But you have to first surrender and say you need help. Nobody knows you need help unless you say it. It's one of the big things in our country is pride. You know what I'm saying? If
Yes.
you need help, go to somebody credible who you feel like you can trust and tell them how you feel or what you're going through. That's what I like to say, sir.
Shanika,
Thank you, Shanika.
I thank you very much. It's good counseling, okay?
Casting all your
Yes, sir.
cares upon him because he
Okay.
cares for you. Yes, thank you so much. Welcome to Freedom March. Call your life.
Compliment of the season to you both.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I am calling regarding the lady that got beat the other day. And I'm hearing that everyone is saying police didn't come in and help and police didn't do that. My thing is, where was the police? No one is saying, where was the police? We have hundreds of police in this island. None was passing the area at the time. Where was the police? Now I'm going to hang up and listen to your response.
Well, before you hang up, exactly where did this crime, where was this committed? Exactly.
No, I am talking about the incident with the lady who got
Who got beat up?
who was in hospital at
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where was the police? One was passing the area at any time and no one called the police. That is my concern.
Okay.
All right, I
Yeah.
hang up and listen to the response.
Well, caller, what is so unfortunate is that the police can't be everywhere all the time. That's just one of those realities. There are times when they're nearby. There are times when they could be just a shout away, and then there are times when they're not there. But that's just one of those times. The police just can't be everywhere all the time. I don't know if that's a good excuse or enough for you.
And I just said could have called the police.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Take care. Bye-bye. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. You're live, caller. Go ahead. Welcome to Freedom March. 323-7775, 698-0775. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you send a birthday request for Miss Edna Barnaby?
Go ahead.
Her birthday is tomorrow. Will make her 76.
Okay.
Edna
Edna
Barnaby.
Barnaby.
All right, so you're wishing Edna Barnaby.
Yeah, for my son-in-law.
Okay.
For my son-in-law, Roy Jones.
Okay. Great. You did it. Thank you so much.
All right.
323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775.
Did you wish her a birthday?
Yes, happy birthday. Well, her birthday's tomorrow, so it's a pre-birthday show to Edna Barnaby coming from my son-in-law.
Go ahead.
Birthday's
Call
tomorrow.
his name.
What's his name? Sorry, I forget.
Justice Roy Jones.
That's his name? All right. So, all the best. Edna Barnaby. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Monica and Special Advisor.
Good afternoon, my dear.
But the lady who called a while ago with the police, the time them people take to record that lady getting beat up, they should have called the police.
Yes.
Police cannot be everywhere. You understand? They was making a mockery of that lady. You understand? And thank God, Mr. Monica, Special Advisor, for that gentleman. Oh, Lord. I was feeling the pain for that woman. I was feeling the pain for that woman. But the police cannot be everywhere.
No.
The time they started recording and this and look at that man beating that woman, this and that and next thing, call the police and let the authority do their job.
Yes, ma'am. And we agree with you.
That's my advice, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. We got 15 minutes. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Spiritual advisor, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Listen, back to the two callers ahead of the lady asking where's the police, right? And then the other lady just called just now and saying people recording. Listen to me, man. people call the police, When was the last time, right? Spiritual advisor, I want to test it. Don't take my word for it. The phone rings, the tongue out, and you can't get the emergency operator to answer the damn 911 or 919. Okay? All right? Sometimes the phone rings and rings and rings and rings. So don't say people aren't calling the police. People calling the police, but you can't get them to pick up the phone. All right? And I want you and Mr. Munker test it. Mr. Munker is a consultant in the national security. Look into that. These people don't answer the phone. You will be dead trying to call 911 or 919. All right? But look into it and don't take my word for that. Listen, and I'll hang up and listen to you.
All right. We'll test it. We'll test it.
The spiritual advisor is calling the police.
We're just going to test it, and we're going to say, well, listen, people say they're trying to get through the 911
why did you hang up?
and 919. And
why did you hang up?
Because it's an emergency number. You only call if it's an emergency.
Okay.
And I don't know. I think the police sometimes, well, okay. But my experience is that when I call, I just get an answer. They say emergency 919. What is your emergency? But anyhow, I'll test it tomorrow. 323-7775 is the number to call. Welcome to Freedom March, Call Your Life. 919, what is your emergency? Welcome to Freedom March, Call Your Life. Are you there, caller? Welcome to Freedom March.
Hey, Mr. Mongo.
Sir.
Hey, your wife ever turn off the group ads off the stove?
Yes, she did. She said she was watching me on TV, and she did.
I leave the stove on, man.
Well, I wanted to make sure that when I got home, I would have been able to feed her.
All right. Another thing, I give a birthday shout out to Avia Clark and Dennis Dean for tomorrow.
Avia Clark and Dennis Dames?
Yes.
I haven't seen
Granddaddy and granddaughter. Birthday tomorrow.
This is not Dennis Dames from Mount Pleasant, eh?
No, from Freeport.
Oh,
Okay. Well, happy birthday to Dennis Dames from Freeport, and happy birthday to Ava Clark.
Avia Clark. Yeah.
Avia Clark.
Avia Clark.
Granddaddy and granddaughter.
Is she from Exuma?
No, Freeport.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, and happy birthday to them.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to Freedom March, Call Your Life. Turn your radio down. You have to turn your radio down, caller. Please turn your radio completely down, please.
You talking to me?
All right. Put this. Let's take another call. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. Okay. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and 698-0776. The lines are still open. Call us. We got a couple minutes before the show ends. Welcome to Freedom March, Call Your Life. Oh, do you have any calls? Okay, Sandra, we can rumble on.
Well, folks,
We don't have any calls.
it's a weekend, and of course, tomorrow evening,
It's the last shopping weekend before the holiday, actually.
Okay.
It's the last shopping weekend before the holidays.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead.
it's going to get busy.
Okay. And tomorrow is the Big Bang. Okay? And I'm going to the Big Bang by the grace of God, and I expect thousands of people to show up and to party and to have clean fun and play nice games. There is over $2 million in giveaway. So everything is expected to go very well. There's going to be food galore. Plenty to eat, plenty to drink. There'll be plenty of music, so there'll be lots of dancing. Okay? And let's have fun. Let's be peaceful, let's be respectful. Bring the woman them, and there'll be no domestic violence, okay? So I think it's going to be great. And if you do see me, hail me. You know, it's amazing. When I was young, I wasn't into too much hailing. Now that I'm old, I want everybody to hail me. So you hail me tomorrow, I may hail you all back, and let's party. Let's have fun, okay? This is the period when we should have some wholesome fun, okay? And y'all win some money, okay? I think it's going to be great. And let's see if we can go into the Christmas holidays with less tension. And I think it will be powerful. So let's calm the violence, all right? Let's be kind, let's be loving, and so forth. And I think it would be great, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, and don't forget to be careful as you do your shopping. You go to the various malls and outlets to pick up items for gifts. Just remember there's another mindset out there, so watch your surroundings and, of course, be careful. Women, children, men, just watch. Because we do have some fellas out there who are very contrary.
And some women.
And they're trying to
who are very contrary.
Yep, they're trying to grab gifts as well. So I don't mean to laugh, but just be careful.
Yeah.
323-7775. The lines are still open. We got a couple minutes before the show ends. 698-0775 and 698-0776. Producer, what does that sign say? Welcome to Moneyland. So the big bang is tomorrow at the, what do they call it? The
Carnival site.
Okay. At the Carnival site.
Grow bang bang.
So it starts tomorrow at 7 p.m.
The message is
so the theme is
Set Air
at 7 p.m.
Oui.
So it says welcome to Moneyland.
Yeah. Bienvenue la terre l'argent. Bienvenue la terre l'argent.
So there's an estimated
welcome to Moneyland.
There's an estimated $2 million in cash and prizes to be given out. You can watch if you want to. You can watch it live on cable channel 224. That's the ILTV Studios channel. And then, of course, you can watch it on channel 112, Flow. Is that BTC?
BTC, Flow TV 112.
Yes, that's tomorrow, December.
Cable 224.
Cable, so cable channel 224, that's the analog channel, right?
Yes.
And of course, the Flow channel is 112.
Yeah.
So Big Bang presents Welcome to Moneyland.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I'll be live, you know.
Yeah. So, who knows? I might be able to get the musician to sing that song, Bang Bang Lulu.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be fun.
We have any more calls, producer? Pardon me? All right, so people are shopping, Santa. That's one of the reasons why we don't have any calls today. People are shopping.
People are shopping.
But don't forget to be careful. Watch your surroundings. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody talking about law enforcement and all of this, but what about the cost of living in this country? The cost of living in this country is just too high.
Yes.
Everything, you can't even buy gas for your car. You can't even pay for a loaf of bread.
Yeah,
and this is what these electees, MPs, and these prime ministers and for, just to sit down and they getting the best of the land and not us. Something has to be wrong with this. Because nowhere in the world the amount of the things we'll be paying for is just too high. And you all have to be talking about politics every day, but not the cost of living.
We do address
the cost of living in this country is
too high. Yes, we do address it. We do address the cost of living.
It's too high, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you can't even buy it. You go to the food store right now, you can't come out there with, if you go in there with $500, it's like you only spend $200. Something is wrong with this. And this country was so close to America.
Yeah, that's just too
what
high.
we need to address.
Yeah, the
and
cost of
another
living.
thing what I want to find out, Mr. Mongo, how it is if you buy a car, for $10,000, you got to pay almost the same amount of money in Nassau, Bahamas. Why is that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
It's ridiculous.
Nowhere in the world we supposed to be paying this amount of money if we live so close to America.
But caller, now that you call about the cost of living, the Prime Minister made a statement. He says that he has a solution to the cost of living and how the government is going to help to make it better. But he can't give us any definitive answers until next year.
Because he ain't got no answer. All they're doing is getting part of the land. The Prime Minister don't know the price of gas right now. They were, actually, so I used to pay $60 for my live top-up. Now they went up to $75 without even Oika saying anything about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. We'll talk about it on Monday.
This is Freedom March. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
We'll talk about it on Monday.
God save the King. Tomorrow, Latia Lijon.
Welcome to Moneyland.
Bienvenue Latia Lijon, Nasport Center. Au revoir.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
The Verizon Media Group, home of ILTV, Paramount Systems Limited, Eyewitness News, and Beyond the Headlines.